Welcome to Life, Finance, and Real Estate, where we discuss how to make smart money moves, the ever changing real estate market, and of course, things going on in life. And here to talk about it more with you is your host, Kirby the Realtor.
Straight down, came up. God made a way. Straight down, came up. God made a way. Straight down, came up. God made a way. Let me tell you about it. You can sit and wait around. You can make it happen. I've been walking in the spirit. Ain't no way around it. And it's up. Yeah. And it's up. Yeah. Pedal to the metal, headed to the top. Swerving around the block, this be getting hot. It's so hot. The Holy got a purpose, I can't ever stop. I got Lamborghini mercy on me. I'm outside with the crew. Look at that, deja vu. Not with the trap, but I'm still on the move. Holy got the Holy Ghost, I'm jumping through the roof. I was down, but I stayed down, came up. God made a way. Stayed down, came up. God made a way. Stayed down, came up. God made a way. Let me tell you about it. You can sit and wait around, or you can make it happen. I've been walking in the spirit. Ain't no way around it. Running in the spirit. And it's up.
Hey family. Welcome back to Life, Finance, and Real Estate with your girl, Kirby the Realtor. Yep, that's me. I am Kirby. And if this is your first time here, I want to welcome you. And if you've been walking with us week after week, thank you so much for staying. This is not just what I say, casual listening. This is intentional conversation. Listen, this show is all about owning your life and owning a piece of America. So last time we talked about order. We didn't talk about you being perfect, and we didn't talk about control, but we talked about order, structure. And today I want to stay right there, but just take it a little step further, because order by itself is not the goal. Order is preparation. So today we're talking about what happens when order meets opportunity. And I want to start by saying something that might shift how you see opportunity altogether. Opportunity doesn't change people. It exposes people. And when I say that is, think about it. When money shows up, it exposes your habits, your spending habits, things you do when you get money. That's why that what I spend sheet is very important. When leadership shows up, it exposes you as a person, your character, who you are. When growth shows up, it exposes systems, things that you need to thrive. And when access shows up, it exposes discipline. See, most people think opportunity is the reward, but guess what? It's not. Opportunity is the test. So when opportunity knocks, and if you don't pass the test, you can miss out. Opportunity is not the reward, it's the test. And if your life is out of order, opportunity doesn't feel like a blessing. Think about it. When opportunity comes, and if your life is not in order, it's not going to feel like a blessing. It's not going to feel like a blessing. And that's why life, finance, and real estate can't be separated. Because when you're out of alignment in like one area of your life, then everything else feels heavy. Think about it. Think about a vehicle when it's out of alignment. What does it do to a car when you can tell when that car is out of alignment, right? Let me slow this down for a second. If opportunity were to show up today, not next year, not after you got ready, but today, would you feel calm, or would you feel overwhelmed? I'm going to ask it again. If opportunity were to knock today and show up, would you feel calm, or would you feel overwhelmed? That question matters more than you think, because opportunity doesn't usually show up like bam. It doesn't announce itself. It's just when opportunity comes, it's there. It creeps in, and you can miss it if you're not prepared. Most of the time, opportunity shows up as a decision. It's a conversation. It's a moment where you have to say yes or no without a lot of time to think. Yes or no without a lot of time to think. And what determines how you respond in that moment is not excitement, it's order. Because in that moment, you're going to ask, or you should ask yourself, Is this God's will? Am I ready? Is it the right time? Or can I do this? Am I ready for it? Like, is your life in order? Let me give you the story of David. Think about David in the Bible. Most people remember David because he killed Goliath and he got the crown, right? But David was shaped in the field. Before David ever faced Goliath, before anyone ever knew David's name, before he was celebrated or even promoted, guess what David was doing? David was out there tending the sheep. And guess what? That matters. Because David was tending those sheep, and by him tending those sheep, it taught him responsibility. It taught him consistency. He knew that the sheep knew what time he would have to get there to do whatever he needed to do, to lead them, to feed them, whatever David had to do. It taught him consistency. It taught him discipline. He didn't get a reward for being disciplined. He didn't get an applause, but he knew that's what he had to do. He learned order even when nobody was watching him. David learned how to protect what was entrusted to him. He learned how to show up every single day, and he learned how to respond under pressure. And you may say, why would you say that? Well, think about people tending sheep. And if I can even go as further as the stories where people tend sheep, and you always see a wolf, right? A wolf comes, and the herder, I guess that would be the person, they would see the wolf, and then they have to reroute. Like, he's under pressure, right? He has to figure out, he has to think real quick how to get his that herder sheeps to go another direction so that he's not, either harmed or going the wrong way or going into water, just, different ways. But he learned how to respond under pressure. David wasn't herding those sheep to become famous. He wasn't preparing to be famous. He was being faithful. He was preparing to be faithful. And faithfulness always comes before elevation. I want you to really sit with that. Faithfulness always comes before elevation. What are you being faithful over right now that nobody is applauding, that nobody can see? What are you being faithful over? What is it? Are you learning more about your business? Are you digging deeper? Are you getting trainings? Are you waking up praying? Are you doing things with your family? Because that thing, that season, that responsibility is not random. David didn't become skilled in front of Goliath. He was already skilled. He already possessed the skills. So when the opportunity came, that sling didn't come out of nowhere. The accuracy, the way he hit Goliath and Goliath hit the ground, that didn't show up overnight. David practiced long before the battle, y'all. He was ready. That battlefield did not create David. It revealed him. It showed people who he was because he prepared. He prepared himself. He was ready. And that's exactly how opportunity works. When opportunity shows up in your life, it reveals what you've been practicing in private. Your habits, your discipline, your integrity, your spending, your leadership. Opportunity exposes whether you're prepared or not. And here's the part people don't like to hear. They don't like to hear. David was anointed king, but he still had to what? David still had to wait. He didn't rush the crown. He didn't rush to dishonor Saul. He didn't even force his timing. David understood something many people miss. Many people miss this. Just because something is promised, it doesn't mean it's ready. It doesn't even mean that you're ready. Order includes patience, guys. Sometimes people rush opportunity and they lose peace. Think about a time where you rushed into something and you lost all the peace. Some people rush promotions, want to hurry up and get here and get there because they're looking at social media and they saw this person do this and somebody opening up that or somebody utilizing this, and then they want to hurry up and rush and get it. And then they lose their footing. They lose stability. They rush ownership. They lose margin. And when I say lose margin, I'm saying like you lose your space, like your peace, because you don't have, when they say margin for error, like you're not comfortable anymore. You lose it. You lose that order. You lose comfortability. I want to pause right there because margin is not just a buzzword. Margin is breathing room. Margin is the space between what you can handle and what you are actually carrying. If one unexpected bill throws your whole month off, there's no margin. If one schedule change ruins your entire week, there is no margin. If one opportunity feels like too much, that's not because opportunity is bad. It's because margin is missing. But guess what David had, y'all? David had margin. David wasn't frantic. He wasn't desperate. He had room to respond. Now, let me pull this out of the Bible for a second and make it real word for y'all. Because this isn't a spiritual talk. This is just life. And I love the Lord. So if I can bring in the word of God to help you understand something, just know this is the space for me to do that, and I will do that. But let's talk about this. Let's talk about Oprah. Oprah didn't fall apart when success came fast. Oprah, oftentimes, y'all, she talks very openly about the fact that she was doing the work long before the platform arrived. Long before she tells that story, before the influence, before the money, she was reading, she was preparing, she was refining her voice. See, opportunity didn't create Oprah. It just expanded who she already was, what she already had in her. When the opportunity came, she began to blossom. And that's the part people miss. Opportunity expands what you have been practicing. And if you've been practicing chaos, opportunity expands chaos. But if you've been practicing discipline, opportunity expands discipline. Think about Dave Ramsey. I said it last week. Dave Ramsey doesn't start people with investing. He doesn't start with wealth. He doesn't start with real estate. Dave Ramsey starts with order. He starts with knowing your numbers. And that's why that what I spend sheet is very important. He starts with budgeting. He starts with discipline. Some may say, why is that? Let me tell you, because opportunity without order ruins people financially. Listen to me. It ruins people financially. Dave Ramsey watched people make more money and still be stressed. And I know some people can attest because I can see it. You make more money and you still stressed. He's watched people get raises and live check after check. What they say, we live in paycheck to paycheck. We robbing Peter to pay Paul. He watched people buy houses and lose peace. And it wasn't because the money is bad. It's because money showed up before management did. Order met opportunity too late. And that's why he said stuff like, live like no one else now. No later, you can live like no one else. Live like no one else now, so later you can live like no one else. That's what Dave Ramsey said. Live like no one else now, so later you can live like no one else. That's preparation, y'all. Live like no one else now. That means don't try to keep up with the Joneses. You live within your means. You be a good steward of your money. And then you can live like you want to live, not no one else. Order creates freedom later. Sometimes you have to, not sometimes, it's time for you to make up in your mind that I'm going to do whatever is necessary to have the life that I want to have. I'm going to do what I need to do to have the lifestyle that I want to have. If I need to go and say no to everything else but what, you ever heard that saying say tunnel vision? You need to have tunnel vision when it comes to your peace and to your future. Have tunnel vision. Nothing else matters. All that noise on the exterior, it can come later, but if you need to be laser focused. Order now creates freedom later. Sacrifice now. Miss hanging out with the buddies. Miss hunting. Miss shopping. Miss going on trips. Miss all of this so that you can prepare for later. Now, I want to say something very clearly. Some of you are asking for opportunities, but your current habits, they cannot be supported. You want opportunities. You want to do this. You want to do that. You want to travel. You want to be able to buy nice things, but then yet your habits. You can't stop going to Starbucks. You can't stop going to McDonald's. You don't want to meal prep. You don't want to eat leftovers. And so opportunity comes and now you can't do what you need to do because now you're broke. Y'all, let's be honest. Some of y'all need to just be honest with yourself. Look at your habits right now. If your finances are already stretched thin, a new responsibility, if it comes, it's going to feel very terrifying to you because you haven't created order. You haven't prepared yourself. When you prepare yourself, when good things come, it won't feel like there's a weight. It won't feel heavy. Sometimes people say they want certain things and then opportunity presents itself and you're just like, I don't know. And it doesn't mean the opportunity is wrong. It just means order hasn't made it yet. You don't have things in order. See, Esther in the Bible? David taught you discipline. He taught you what discipline looked like. But Esther, she teaches you discernment. Esther was prepared, and it wasn't logical at first. It was more so of an internal thing. She had to know who she was first. Some of us don't know, and it's okay. But you got to figure it out, though. You need to know who you are. Esther knew who she was. She knew what she stood for. And she didn't rush into opportunity. She prayed, she fasted, she aligned herself. She understood something very powerful. Not every opportunity. And if you don't remember nothing else today, I want you to remember this. Not every opportunity requires action. Some require restraint. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. Now let that sink in. Just because you can do it doesn't mean you should. Remember a few weeks ago I told you, you meet so many talented and gifted people and they stretch themselves thin because they say yes to everything. And I'll do this, I'll do that, I'll do makeup, I'll take their pictures, I'll fix their hair, and you just running around. You like the lady with the 20 arms. You can do it, but did that mean she should have said yes? No. Order gives you discernment. It tells you to say no. And discernment keeps opportunities from destroying you, from stressing you, from overwhelming you. Let me ask you something. Think about the last opportunity you hesitated on. Was it really because it wasn't right? Or was it because you didn't feel ready? Now, your answer is going to tell you exactly where order is needed because here's the truth. You don't need more opportunity. You need to be more prepared because opportunity is not rare. Prepared people are. And you can say what you want to, but there's tons of opportunities out there. But the problem is, do we have people that are prepared for these opportunities? When you have order, it's freeing. I don't know if you that are listening understand that what I'm saying, but order is freeing your mind. You can breathe. Order is what allows opportunity to feel like alignment instead of you feeling overwhelmed and having anxiety. Order is what allows you to move calmly instead of scrambling and being all over the place. Order is what allows you to say yes without fear and no without guilt. So if you know in this season you don't have the capacity to handle another role, another duty, it's okay to say no. See, the beautiful part is this. Order is something you can build. You don't have to overhaul your life overnight. You don't need a perfect plan. But what I need you to be is, I need you to be honest, consistent, and I need you to have structure. That's what I need you to have. I need you to have honesty, consistency, and structure. Write things down. Know your numbers. Protect your time and create margins. Create margins. I can't say that enough. Have margin. If something happens, somebody lose their job, or if you don't have health care, do you have insurance? Do you have money saved up to pay for this or that? Or is it going to turn your whole world upside down? Because when order meets opportunity, opportunity doesn't overwhelm you. You're not going to feel stressed out and overwhelmed. You're going to feel excited and overjoyed. And that's what we're building here. See, let me keep talking to you for a minute because I don't want this to stay I don't want you confused, but I want you to have more clarity. I want you to see yourself in this. And a lot of people think opportunity is something you chase, but opportunity is usually something that interrupts you. It interrupts your routine. It interrupts your comfort, and it interrupts your plan. Think about it. Think about something think about your life. Think about times where everything's just been going well. You weren't expecting this job to come, and then all of a sudden opportunity presented itself, and you're just like, oh my gosh, what can I do? What am I gonna do? Like, I've been waiting on this. It interrupts your routine and your comforts and your plans. And when the interruption happens, guess what determines whether you panic or pivot? Order. Order determines whether you panic or you pivot when opportunity comes. When interruptions happens, order determines whether you panic or pivot. Most people don't panic because the opportunity is too big. They panic because their life is already full. Their schedule's full, their finances are full, their mind's full, their emotions are full, and there's just no room. And when there's no room, everything good feels like too much. And that's why order matters. Order is not about controlling life. Order is about creating space in your life, space to think, space to decide, and space to move. So if your life has no space, opportunity feels like invasion. If your life has no space, it feels like if your life has space, opportunity feels like it's all aligning. So if you have no space, it feels like you're being invaded. But if you have space, if you have that margin we talked about, it feels like alignment. And that's the same with opportunity, different experience. And that's the difference in order. Think about two people getting the same phone call, the same offer, the same timing, the same opportunity. One person moves very calmly, right? And the other person immediately feels overwhelmed, stressed, and just unsure. And it's not a difference in personality. It's a difference in preparation. One person knows their numbers, and the other one is sitting there guessing, trying to figure out. One has margins, and one is completely maxed out. One person has systems, and the other one is literally sitting there just trying to survive. Opportunity didn't pick favorites. Order did. And I want you to hear this very clearly. Being overwhelmed is not a character flaw. It's a signal. It's a signal. It's your life telling you you're missing order. If you feel behind, hear me very, very clearly. You're not behind. You are becoming, because order is built in repetition. See, David didn't know when the crown was coming. He didn't. But he stayed ready. See, prepared people don't wait for opportunity. They get serious to get serious. They get serious before opportunity ever shows up. They put in the work behind the scene. And that's what order does. Let me talk about money for a moment. Some people really think that money will fix stress. Some people think money will fix stress. Let me tell you something. Your bank accounts can be full and running over, and you can still be stressed, because more money without order creates louder pressure. And that's why Dave Ramsey starts with budgeting first, not investing. Knowing where your money goes creates peace before money ever increases. Order gives money direction, and without direction, money creates anxiety. Do you hear me? Order, y'all. Order gives money direction, but without direction, money creates anxiety. And the same thing is true about opportunity. Opportunity without direction creates stress. An opportunity with direction creates progress. And let me bring this back to real estate, because that's my lane. I see people get approved for homes that they are not ready to manage. And it's not just the payment. You got to think there's more to just buying a house and paying the monthly note. There's things outside of that. You have to maintain your house. You got to clean it. You got to keep the exterior. You got to keep, like your things service, doing your cleaning, pressure washing, keeping your roof, making sure things are intact, your AC, your electrical repairs is a responsibility. Life comes with ownership. The approval was real, the opportunity was real, but the order wasn't there yet. They were not ready for all that. They thought they were, but they failed to be prepared. And when order isn't there, ownership feels really heavy instead of empowering. Ownership ownership should feel like confidence. You shouldn't feel fear. And that's why life, finance, and real estate all go together. You cannot separate them. Some people say they're waiting on the opportunity. I'm just waiting on the right opportunity to come. But are you? Or are you really avoiding order? Y'all, order requires you to be honest. It requires you to look at your habits and your patterns. And it can be very uncomfortable. Trust me. I know. I have, y'all know I always tell you, let me be honest. But I'm always honest with you guys. And last year was a moment for me to understand and to see that I had no order. I had no clarity. I had no systems. I thought I did, but I didn't. And I had to say it out loud. I had to see it. I had to write it down. I had to look at it. I had to revisit that what I spend sheet. Was it comfortable? No. And it wasn't punishment. It brought me information, more information about me, who I was, where I was financially. If opportunity came tomorrow, what part of your life would feel the most stressed? Ask yourself. And when you see the answer, let it be a guide. Let it act as a guide, because order doesn't start everywhere. It starts somewhere. And starting somewhere, just to start, y'all, just to start is enough. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be prepared. You need awareness, and awareness is the beginning of order. Order doesn't need you to be perfect. Opportunity doesn't need you to be perfect. You just need to be stable. You need stability. Stability is built through small, constant choices. And when order meets opportunity, things don't feel chaotic. They feel right. You can still be nervous, but see, that nervousness won't control you. Order is not going to remove fear. I tell people all the time, it's good that you're afraid. Every time I get up to sing or speak or just meet somebody new, I still have a sense of I ain't gonna say butterflies, but I feel a little nervous. I'm not scared. But it's not to say I didn't have my stuff in order. I know what I'm going to talk about, what I'm going to give. But when you have order, it keeps your fear from taking over. Think about David. That's what David had. He looked at Goliath, and I don't know, y'all. David could have been scared, shaking in his boot, but he knew who he was. And he knew what that slingshot could do, and he knew where to hit him at. Esther had it. Oprah built it. Ramsey teaches it. They ain't teaching you about shortcuts and hypes, but structure. Opportunity is like water. If there's no container, it spills everywhere. Order is your container. Picture opportunity being the water. And if you don't have a container and it's just pouring, it spills everywhere. But see, when you have order and order is underneath that opportunity, it catches. It acts as a container. And when order meets opportunity, nothing is wasted. Listen, guys, this is Life, Finance, and Real Estate with the girl, Kirby the Realtor. And this is about owning your life and owning a piece of America. So opportunity doesn't overwhelm you, but works for you. Stay ordered, stay consistent, stay open, because opportunity will meet you there. Thank you for taking your lunch moment to just listen and write things down and just want to improve yourself. Thank you for taking out time today and every Thursday to be with me. This is your girl Kirby. This is Life, Finance, and Real Estate. And until next time, see you soon. Bye for now.
Thank you for tuning in to Life, Finance, and Real Estate, with Kirby the Realtor. You can catch us every Thursday at 12 p.m. on 92.1 WJMG, 93.1 WGDQ, and also you can listen live at 921WJMG.com or 931WGDQ.com. If you happen to miss the live recording, don't fret, we'll replay it at 6 p.m. tonight. Thank you once again for listening to Life, Finance, and Real Estate.
Straight down, came up. God made a way. Straight down, came up. God made a way. Straight down, came up. God made a way. Let me tell you about it. You can sit and wait around. You can make it happen. I've been walking in the spirit. Ain't no way around it. And it's up. Yeah. And it's up. Yeah. Pedal to the metal, headed to the top. Swerving around the block, this be getting hot. It's so hot. The holy got a purpose, I can't ever stop. I got Lamborghini Mercy on me, I'm outside with the crew. Look at that, deja vu. Not with the trap, but I'm still on the move. Holy got the Holy Ghost, I'm jumping through the roof. I was down, but I stayed down, came up. God made a way. Stayed down, came up. God made a way. Stayed down, came up. God made a way. Let me tell you.